Hello everyone, this is Juan Sarmiento and today is Thursday, February the 27th. Okay, so the markets keep going down significantly, and because I'm mostly bearish, things are working out for me. If you want to see how bearish you are, I suggest you select this, click on here and say old layout, okay? In this little um, icon here, you click and say old layout. And now all your trades will automatically be arranged by their delta, see here? But each stock, depending on their price, has a different delta logically, but you can adjust it based on the S&P 500. So you click on this beta weighing and put SPX, and that gives you an idea how bearish you are compared to the S&P 500. So it says here minus 300, minus 3. That means that you're equivalent to having 3 shares of the SPX, which is not a lot to say. Is safely bearish, but also your theta is positive, which means for every passing day you make $75, and volatility is negative, so you need to see the volatility come down, and right now the volatility is working against us because it's on the rise, okay, but eventually it will come off and it will be fine. Okay, let me just review the account here. You go to the account statement and scroll down and you see the profit for the year. Okay, that's how you go about it. And here you have the net liquidation value. It's almost $34,000. I'll let you know that we started back in November, I believe, somewhere there, October, November. And at the time, the account I made it to be 30,000. So we have way past 10% now profits since then. Uh, 12% to be precise. Okay, in percent basis, that's 12. All right, so that's good to know that things are working out. Today, I have a profit of $1,100. So the big drop in the market has made a difference. Let's look at SPX here. And you can see that it really broke below the 200-day moving average. And that's a significant hallmark. It's a landmark that it means we're definitely in a bear market now, and even if it bounces back up, you're not likely to make a new high. The Ichimoku cloud is also very helpful. It's turning red, and that means we are in a downtrend now. It would have to break above the Ichimoku red cloud that is going to form before we can think of new highs. So it's going to take a while before that happens. I remind you to go at putcodegenie.com and look for the my presentation at the Money Show back in 2017 and see my prediction for the S&P 500. And essentially my goal was met, and now we are definitely going down. Okay, so that means that a super cycle, by Elliott wave definition, the super cycle top was reached, and now we're going to correct quite a bit. We are in a bear market. How long will it take? Well, could take years, essentially. So forget about investing, buying stock right now. That's just not a viable situation, and you are better off getting rid of those stocks or sell calls against them hand over fist, because this is not going to go any higher. All right, let's take a look at our trades individually, and the first thing we need to know is those that are expiring tomorrow. Okay, are they in the money, and what should we do about it? Do we roll them over or so? If you go to the activity position, you have AMD and MU. They are in the money and they are due to expire tomorrow. So we need to do something about it. You wonder how this ITM, which means in the money, is figured out. Go to the setup and application settings, and we go to positions. And under positions, it says mark ITM positions week before expiration. So starting on Monday, I was getting that sign on all stocks that were in the money, options that were in the money. Okay, so this is how you do it. And now you can look at each one of those trades and see what you need to do about it. Let's go to Analyze tab, AMD. And here we are. These are puts. That means they are in the money. And due to expire, the stock is trading at 44. So we are right here. And guess what? Tomorrow is very unlikely that it will go back up to, let's say, 70, 47 or something. And in which case I might be assigned one and have the other expire worthless. That's not likely to happen. But if it was to happen, let's say the 47 expire worthless, if the stock goes above 47, in the money one, the 50 will be assigned, so I end up with 200 shares, 200 shares short because it's a put. Okay, if it was a call, I would be assigned 200 shares long. And so then if you are in an IRA, then your broker will say you can't hold those. You need to get out of that Monday morning as soon as the market opens or shortly thereafter. And the broker will get in your case until you do that. Okay, so that's the only problem. So I'm going to leave that alone. It would expire worthless and I don't have to pay any commissions because they canceled each other. Or perhaps I do. But these days, when essentially would be you buy and you sell stock, but nowadays buying stock is commission free, so there is no worry for commissions. It would be very small anyway, but just so you know. MU is the other one that is due to expire, and once again here. Let me click here on the plus sign so that we know where we are, 50, 57, and my maximum profit is here, provided that the stock is $56 or less. Okay, so is it likely that tomorrow between opening and close the stock will bounce back and go to above 96? And it will be the same as I explained for AMD. So this is going to expire worthless. You could do a rollover if the stock is close to break even or whatever, and you want to give yourself some time. In this case, I don't want to give myself some time. I just want to collect my profit and leave. All right, let's go to Adobe. I'm going to go now reviewing everyone here alphabetically. Adobe. Let's take a look. Adobe here and here. This is 20th of March. You want to know how many days before that expires? You click here on Add Simulated Trades and you would see here the position and it says 22 days. 22 days. And then you say, well, how much money do I have in this trade? I have already made paper profits $95, worth $95. But my potential is 265. Do I think that's going to get there? Probably. The fact that there is earnings coming up tells me what? That the volatility is a little higher because of this. And therefore, volatility being higher, the price of the spread holds for a little longer. We could complement this with another spread, a bullish spread, and then complete an iron condor. But I don't think I will do that. Let's go to Costco. Costco. This is a trade that I entered recently, I believe. So let's go to account statement, Costco, and I said 150 days, whatever. It's right here. That's my trade on the 25th. So only a few days. Analyze trade, and that's the right spot to place those trades, I guess, the day before the market tanking. But who is to know when that's going to happen? This is what I have been expecting for quite a while, and it's finally happening here, the collapse of the stock market. Now let's go to the trade tab. I'm sorry. Let's go to, I need to think. Oh yeah, we need to add simulated trades and see how many days before expiration. 50 days. Okay, so in this case, you have to think, do I have enough money in that trade? Yes or no? 50 days is a whole lot of days, because essentially we started 2 days ago, so you have this much money in just 2 days of trading. That's fantastic. So let's see. Do I want to get out? No, because it just broke below the Ichimoku cloud. That's going to take a while. It's going to continue on lower by the looks of it, so I'm going to leave it alone. I think it's going to give me more profits, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to hold. Okay, the HI, this is expiring next week. Okay, I believe. No, this is April. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of March. 36 days. Same thing here. Do I want to wait for my profits to be eroded? Okay, this is a little lower. I think it's more likely to bounce on the Ichimoku cloud here. I'm not saying it will happen definitely, but it is more likely than the Costco trade, for example. And it would have to go above 60, so I'm going to leave it alone as well. The market is just so bearish right now. I don't feel, you will feel an urge to close a trade when you feel a little, hey, there is a bounce happening, but right now the market is just seem to be not finding a bottom, and it's going to take a while for that to happen, so then you say, I'm staying out of it. Okay, that's another April here. KBH, another recent trade, enter on the 25th, and it's already accumulated quite a bit of profit. So you say, hey, why would I wait 50 days when I have already $216? I could make an additional $100, but you say, I'd rather take my profits. Well, in this case, the stock just went through the Ichimoku cloud, so I think it's going to go to the 200-day moving average here, and that's at 31, so I say no, I'm going to stay with it. Lily that's a big candlestick here, a red candlestick, and that suggests that it has some way to go still. It needs to form a bottom, and once again you would say, is it worth it or not? Well, yeah, I have about $50 in it. No, I'm sorry, $65 still to be made. And the expiration is March 20. How many days is that? 22 days. I feel comfortable with that as well. So let's just review that the next day. This is MasterCard, and this stock just hit the 200-day moving average and bounced back a bit. Not a whole lot, but some. And in this case, well, yeah, look at how much room there is. My break-even point is here at 317, and the stock is 285. Big drop. So guess what? I'm staying with it as well. Actually, here we have all the profits we were planning to make. So let's do this. Let's close this. Analyze closing. And how much credit do I want? I think this is not a credit. You should be paying 55 cents, say. Okay, and 260 is my profit. and 265 is the maximum profit. So I sacrifice 5 cents here to close the trade and take my profits and go instead of waiting until March 6th, which is next week's expiration, I believe. 8 days to go. Okay, once again, you decide whether you want to. I'm going to set this, and if it feels great, then great. So create duplicate, but instead of doing the regular day trade, I'm going to say good until cancel, so that a minimum of 0.05 is what I'm paying in order to close it. And you can see here $5 plus the commission, and I'm fine with that. McDonald's, same kind of thing. Here is April 3rd. That's a lot of time to go, and we are talking about 250 versus 218. 218 is the current profit and 250 is the potential profit. And look at that big candle, so I'm going to stay with it. MU, I think we discussed it, that is due to expire tomorrow, so it will expire in all likelihood. Then this is another one that expires tomorrow, and this is calls. And guess what happens with calls? They go away. They don't even get assigned because they are just worthless. Okay, so here I just wait until tomorrow and collect the additional $34. Yeah, 34 additional dollars if I just let it expire worthless, as opposed to buying back this stuff with 1 day to go. It makes no difference, make no sense. So let it expire worthless tomorrow. PG, 20 days to expiration. This I just sold a put, and now it feels really stupid because look at that. I obviously sold that put at the opening thinking that I needed to take some profits, and look at that. I had just a long put, so I sold 3 short puts at 118 and I got a miserable 185. Well, so I don't cry over spilled milk. This is just I needed to take profits and I did. Okay, so be it. Here we have 27th of March. That's a month to expiration, and we are down here again. Let's look at the chart. Just broke below the Ichimoku and the 200-day moving average. So this stock is going to continue lower, I think. That's PayPal, and I have a vertical spread. It's like every single one is working except the bullish here, which is UNG. And it's near the bottom of its range, so maybe it will bounce back. It will be the first bounce. I don't know. WDC, again, breaking below the 200-day moving average. That's bad news. And here, February 28th, that is going to expire worthless. So tomorrow, we're going to have quite a few expirations, and we're going to end up with nothing to make profits with. But we will make some additional money, a couple of $100 probably. This is a March expiration, and once again, this is a stock where down here we would do the same as we did for MA, which was to pay a debit of 5 cents in order. Why? Because I don't want to wait until March the 20th in order to collect my profit. Okay, so it's a debit of 5 cents. Okay, otherwise it won't fill. You can put 3 cents perhaps. Let's put 5 to make sure that it does close. And that's about it. I do not have any new trades, but we should have plenty of capital to play it again. And I will be looking to get the bounce. I have no bullish trades and no bearish trades that are contrarian trades. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
For this video. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Once you have done that, be sure to also click on the bell so you get a notification of future videos coming up in this channel. Be sure also to click like if you enjoyed this video, and feel free to share it with your friends and family. Thank you very much. Don't forget to visit www.putgoldgenie.com. Then go and subscribe. You could simply subscribe as a visitor. It is free, and you would have access to several videos of interest for traders. You would be directed to this registration page. It is free. Once you have subscribed as a visitor, feel free to go to the tutorials and select the free videos. These are videos of general interest for all traders. Thank you very much.